Like many before me at this rostrum, I'll begin with a quote from President Kennedy. During his speech at the America's Cup, Kennedy noted that it is an interesting biological fact
that all of us have in our veins the exact same percentage of salt in our blood that exists in the ocean. And therefore, we have salt in our blood, in our sweat, in our tears. We are tied to the ocean. And when we go back to the sea, whether it is to sail or to watch it, we are going back from whence we came.
Inspiring stuff. Also completely factually inaccurate. You don't have to be a scientist at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution to know that it's definitely not a biological fact that the salinity in our veins is the same as that of the ocean. But as a Cape and Islander, I cannot help but agree with the former president that we are all tied to the ocean, and the legislation before us today strengthens that bond. But how did we get here? Through the leadership of this speaker and many members of this House, this body passed nation-leading offshore wind legislation in 2016. And now Vineyard Wind will become the nation's first utility-scale offshore wind project, bringing good-paying, year-round jobs to the islands, to the South Coast, and across the state. This first-in-the-nation 800-megawatt project is expected to reduce carbon emissions by more than 1.6 million tons per year, enough emission reduction equivalent to taking 325,000 cars off the roads annually. But while we were the first, we've fallen behind. The bill before us today recognizes this and takes solid action to solidify the Commonwealth's position as the nation leader in the offshore wind industry. This legislation will spur massive economic development in local jobs and infrastructure, and for the first time, this bill unlocks the potential of offshore wind to cities and towns and private companies across the state by allowing them to directly get their energy from offshore wind. So now from Berkshire County to Nantucket County, municipalities that have pledged to take climate action will have the ability to power their communities with clean energy from Massachusetts wind, harnessed by turbines put up by Massachusetts workers. With this bill, we are taking control of our energy future and the economic benefits that will come from it, and we're doing it responsibly. This bill helps ensure that wind turbines peacefully coexist with the environment. The bill before us today is about making a commitment to future generations to harness the wind as a critical step forward in creating a livable planet for future generations. And we are all tied to the ocean, and we must return to the sea to save our planet from the destruction and devastation of climate change. And I ask that you join me in supporting this bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.